Everybody, this is Tech G back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can future proof your career in an AI driven world. So let's get into it. Let's talk about something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately, and that is artificial intelligence. From viral chat GPT screenshots to robots doing backflips, it is clear we're living in a time when machines are doing things we thought only humans can do. And naturally, that's got people asking, will AI take my job? Now, that's a fair question. But here's the thing. While AI is definitely transforming the job market, it doesn't mean you're doomed to irrelevance. In fact, you can absolutely thrive in this new world if you know how to adapt. So let me go ahead and break it down and talk to you about how you can stay competitive and even flourish in a job market filled with algorithms, automation, and artificial smarts. Now, before we get into how you could be successful, let's get real about what's happening. AI, this isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's being used to write reports, blogs, emails, answer customer service questions, analyze massive data sets, detect fraud, drive vehicles, diagnose diseases, and automate recruitment processes. Now, all of that is amazing and a little bit scary at the same time. Now, what used to take hours can now take seconds. What needed a whole team might now need just a good AI model. But here's the twist. AI isn't replacing humans entirely. It's just simply reshaping roles. So what you need to do, you need to think about AI like a power tool and not a replacement. So imagine someone handing you a power drill for the first time. If you've only ever used a screwdriver, then the drill can seem intimidating, but it's not there to replace you. It's there to amplify what you can do. And AI is essentially the same thing. The people who know how to thrive aren't the ones who ignore AI. They're the ones who learn how to use it. So if you know how to leverage AI, it can become your sidekick. And you can go from average to awesome or from good to unstoppable. All right, so the first thing you need to do is embrace lifelong learning. So let's be real about this. The days of learning one skill in college and writing it out for 30 years are over. AI is evolving fast, and that means you got to evolve too. But that's not bad news. This is actually an opportunity. So what you want to do, you want to take advantage of free or affordable learning platforms like Coursera, edX, LinkedIn Learning, YouTube, Google Career Certificates. Now, whether it's coding, project management, data literacy, or prompt engineering, there are just so many skills that you can learn from your laptop or even your phone. Now, what's the secret? Well, you need to make learning a lifestyle. You need to block out at least 30 minutes a day, build a habit, because curiosity is essentially your superpower to helping you stay competitive. You also need to get comfortable with change. So let's face it, we all know change is uncomfortable, but in an AI-powered economy, adaptability is gold. So if your job role starts to shift, don't resist it, ride the wave. Be the person who says, that's a new tool, I'll test it, or we're automating that process, I'll learn how it works, or we're using AI in our workflow, cool, let me explore it. And the reason why is because employers love this mindset. Why? Well, because businesses don't just want smart people, they want flexible people. What you also need to do, you need to double down on your human skills because this is what AI cannot replicate. So here's the wild part. The more AI advances, the more valuable your human skills will become. So we're talking about empathy, communication, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and leadership. Now, AI might be able to analyze a spreadsheet faster than you, but it cannot comfort a grieving customer, lead a team through a crisis, come up with a weird but brilliant marketing campaign, negotiate a tricky deal, or inspire people. So if you want to stay relevant, you need to polish those soft skills because they're not quote unquote soft, they are essential. You also need to get tech savvy, even if you're not a tech person. Now, you don't need to become a software engineer, but you do need to know how to speak the language. And that means understanding basic AI concepts, knowing how to use tools like ChatGPT, Notion AI, or Microsoft Copilot, understanding data privacy and digital ethics, and using no-code or low-code tools like Zapier, Airtable, or Canva. So think of it like driving a car. You don't need to build an engine, but you need to know how to steer. And when you understand the tech, you don't fear it. You essentially harness it. You also need to follow opportunities. Now, there's a lot of talk about AI in the media, but here's what the media often leaves out. AI is creating jobs as well. And a few examples are you got people that are becoming prompt engineers, AI trainers, ethics and compliance analysts for AI, data annotators, AI product managers, human in the loop QA specialists, automation strategists, and generative content curators. And even traditional jobs are being redefined. You got teachers out there using AI to personalize learning. You got designers who are using AI to prototype faster. And you got marketers using AI to segment audiences better. And you got customer service reps working with AI to handle complex problems. So essentially, you want to follow the trail because wherever the tech is, there's going to be an opportunity for you. Another thing you need to do, you need to find a way to become the human in the loop. Now, a lot of AI systems still need a person to oversee, review, or guide them. And that person is often referred to as the human in the loop, and that could be you. So if that is you, you might find yourself verifying outputs, ensuring bias isn't creeping in, giving feedback to improve models, setting ethical boundaries, or adding emotional intelligence where AI falls flat. So in short, AI still needs your judgment. It also needs your humanity. You also want to go about building your personal brand because visibility equals opportunity. So in this new era, your online presence matters even more. So you can use platforms like LinkedIn to share your insights, Medium or Substack to blog about your journey, GitHub to showcase your projects, YouTube or TikTok to teach others what you're learning. Now, don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on being genuine. People aren't just hiring resumes. They're hiring storytellers, communicators, and problem solvers that they can find online. You also need to get out there and network. So networking isn't just about coffee meetups anymore. It's about jumping into virtual communities on Discord and Slack, attending webinars and live online workshops, sending thoughtful DMs on LinkedIn, commenting on posts with value and not just emojis, volunteering for open source projects or nonprofit tech initiatives, because your next job might not be listed on a job board. It might come from a comment thread. You also need to focus on value and not just tasks. So AI thrives on tasks. Humans thrive on value. So don't just ask, what am I doing today? Ask, how am I making things better? How am I solving real problems? And how am I helping others succeed? Because the more you tie your work to outcomes, impact, and improvement, the harder it becomes for AI to replace you because you're not just checking boxes, you're making moves. You also need to diversify your skills. So let's say you work in marketing. Well, all of that's great, but don't just become a copywriter. Be a copywriter who understands SEO. Be a copywriter who knows how to use ChatGPT for content ideas. Be a copywriter who can read analytics. Be a copywriter who understands brand voice across AI-generated content, because this approach applies everywhere. So build a skill stack and not just a single skill, because when your knowledge overlaps multiple fields, then your value multiplies. You also need to create and not just consume. So here's a mindset shift that changes everything. AI, this is a creation tool, not just a consumption machine. So use it to draft your resume, build a business plan, create a side hustle, help you write a book, launch a newsletter, or design a course. So whatever your passion is, there's a way to combine it with AI to bring it to life faster than ever. And when you become a creator, you're not waiting for jobs. You're essentially building your own. And here's one more thing, and this is probably the biggest one. Do not let all of this AI noise shake your sense of who you are. AI is a tool. It's a powerful one, but you bring something it never can, and that is intention, heart, and meaning. So whether you're a nurse, a coder, an artist, or a teacher, remember, your purpose does matter. So stay focused on helping people, solving real problems, making things better, because that's the kind of value that never goes out of style. So here's the thing. You don't need to beat the robots. You just need to be the best version of yourself in a world where robots exist. Let AI handle the repetitive stuff, the number crunching, the data sorting, all of that type of stuff. When it comes to you, you go out there and handle the big picture. We're talking the strategy, the empathy, the vision, and the leadership. The future does not belong to the machines. It simply belongs to people who know how to work with the machines. So breathe, adapt, learn, create, connect, and lead. And if you do all of these things, then you will essentially future-proof your career in a world that is driven by AI.